Let's get. Sorry, I have to undo and remove all my stuff every time I do this and get my camera set up. Fun stuff. Sorry. There we go. All right, move that up. Oh my gosh, sorry, I was playing around with paints. Of course. Me. Why would I not be playing around with paints? And I was testing some things out here before I start up. But I forgot to say good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in this big blue marble of ours. Sorry, my hands feel like sandpaper right now. I can't put cream on them because I'm going to be handling things. So I did want to show where to go. So this was last week's. I gave it a shot of what was that? Was that Krylon? No, I think it's Rust-Oleum. This is a satin spray that I put on it. So I'm actually really liking this. I like the colors. Of course, Sal wanted to call it he wanted to call it a vegetable garden. He thought it looked like a vegetable garden. I'm not seeing that. I mean, yes and no. Needs brighter colors to be a vegetable garden, but so I'm still calling it cucumber succulent or something like that. Working on the name in progress. But that's what that one turned out to be. That one turned out really nice. But today I said the title of this is St. Patrick's Day Mandalas. And I'm trying to shuffle things around here so that I can get to some things. So we're going to do. Trying to find a good green one here. That's a good green one. Excuse me, the wind is picking up outside, so it's like going to be a fun afternoon. Oh, I forgot to turn on my other satellites. There we go. Okay. And I see you. Got a bone for the puppy dog. There you go. You have fun with that. Give me one quick second here. I got to do something before I forget. It's apparently. Let's see. Yep, that didn't work. Okay. Sorry, I have to Here, I'm sorry, here. People. Hold on a moment. That works. Now let's try to do it. Jeez. Well, it didn't work. All right. Get back to here. Sorry. I was trying to do something. Anyways, let's get this one started. Come on here. There we go. Hello, Crazier Cat. Thank you for joining. I believe the weather girls are busy moderating the Ryan Hall channel because it's a bit crazy out there. Thought they might pop in. And this one I was trying all week to try to figure out how to design something for this one because I wanted it to be gold and stuff and rainbows, and I think I've come up with a good solution. Actually, let me. Some areas near Pittsburgh are still without power. They said they won't. I just saw a thing saying that they won't have power restored until Monday, possibly around 10 in the evening. That's a lot. So, it's not fun. All right, I've got to pick a good gold. I got out and I actually bought a few more golds because some of my golds were really bad and old, and they actually did go bad on me. So I did buy some new golds here, and I want to. I think I was going to go with Splendid Gold. That was a nice one. There it is. Again, if you hear noises, that's puppy dogs happily chewing on a bone underneath my feet. Okay. So I did some tests on this one. I usually do my tests on construction paper because it is pretty much close to my background. But I had started to think it's something like this, but it just wasn't quite getting right for me. So I'm actually going to do this one because I couldn't get. While this one's cool, I just wasn't singing, wasn't jiving for me. So I'm actually going to do something like this. And you can see I even sketched one out here too to try to figure out. I sketch them out and then I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And then I have to see what it looks like. But oh, and so it reminds me, I have to grab the um, right yellow. One sec. Reference my chart just to what is the right yellow I need. Number 36. And there it is. All right. So I've got Ceram Coat Fire Red, Deco Arts Crafters Acrylic Bright Orange, another Delta Ceram Coat. This is bright yellow. Ceram Coat Jubilee Green, Ceram Coat Mediterranean, and oh, Bobby, I need my foot. Thank you. This is a Joanne Fabrics one, which I found out not too long ago that actually this is made by Deco Art. They did it under Top Notch was a art store here in Pittsburgh. Actually, it was probably around in a couple places, but Joanne's bought the name and turned it into their own private label. And so Top Notch is there. And this one is purple. But I did find out that this particular, like this Top Notch, is owned by Deco Art. So Deco Art may actually be making some of these or maintaining the brand Top Notch. So let me move some stuff out of the way. Okay. And this is Deco Art Dazzling Metallic Splendid Gold. We'll use that one for our gold. So let me put this back. Oh, hold on a second. I was making a mess earlier. I'm also trying to clean up after myself. All right. So this is Splendid Gold. We'll do number 25. Okay. And just spreading it around on the tip of the thing, on the flat, so that I can get rid of some of it. There we go. And we need the all right, there we go. That is a pretty gold. It's a very nice yellow gold. Let me move this down a little bit. You can see that. Where'd the thing go? Okay. All All right, so while this is still quite wet, I'm just going to maneuver that around within the circle so that it doesn't turn into a big nipple. And then it also kind of dries smooth too. Cool. Yay. First dot done. Okay. So I was thinking of doing purple and going out to red, but I think I'm going to stick with my original design and we're going to do a rainbow going out, and then I will finish it off with gold around the outside of it to make it look like gold coins surrounding a rainbow. Hold on a second here. I need more space. Need a bigger table. I forgot another thing I gotta do. Turn on my other light. There we go. There we go. I was worried about doing the one because I wasn't sure how many dots I'd be able to do around it, because sometimes I can get 16 dots around, sometimes I can only get 15. So I think I'm just going to aim for 15 here, and we will go with that. Still doing kind of the same pattern that I've done on other ones. But, and some of these, like once this red dries, I might need to do a second coat on them. I know for the orange, I probably will, because the orange is it works good on some of the others, but not this. All right, so here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, yep, 15 dots. Oop. That one was a little too close, but it works. You can't see that. I can't quite tell if we are supposed to get a bad line of thunderstorms or if we're supposed to get just a little bit of rain and bad winds, or if we're supposed to get snow after it goes through. I don't know. It's weird. But loving that bone. Okay. She certainly loves. I get her a bully stick. That's what I give her because it usually keeps her occupied while I'm painting, and she's not jumping up and down and going to check to see what the other dog is barking at and coming back and running around. Because she'll go and lay on the bed, and then she'll come and like, oh, do come back and check on me. So there we go. Good. That probably will have to have a second coat. And what I'm actually thinking and doing is because the gold around it is very metallic. I do have some. I have a not this deep of a red, but I do have a red that I can put in here as this like a center dot. I don't have a orange. And I don't have a yellow. I would have to make those, which isn't bad. I've got, I would actually use this Liquitex iridescent medium. You just add it to paint. There's a pearlescent mica powder to it. And that way I can mix my own paints for it. So we'll definitely play around with that. Make our own. If I can remember where in the world I put my thing. Usually. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Found it. All right. Found that one thing. All right, let me give this good shake. I don't normally like getting large things. This is an 8-ounce bottle. I don't normally like getting these because it means more can dry up. But this one I've had for quite a few years, and it's actually still pretty good. Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta take that one down. Yeah, I'll likely have to put another coat of the yellow down before I ever put a coat of the or an inner dot of the white. And I'm seeing air bubbles. That's not quite working. Okay, so give me this one. This ought to work. It's just a dry tip of a thing. Usually works just perfect. Acts like a acts like a pin. Pops the bubbles. Almost like hold this a little closer to me so I can see them. And turned into several. Almost like sometimes a little blast of air. Oh, yeah, that's coming. Some work too. Not like that. Okay, maybe not. This is going to be fun. That should be good. Keep that nearby. And clean my tip off since it's been sitting there for just a little bit. And there's why. I've got a lot of if I dig this in. Do it this way. That might get rid of some of my air bubbles. Okay, maybe that worked. If it did, I will be very surprised. Okay. No, it didn't. I can see the ones in that one. It just blew them around. That's all it did. Yeah. And I don't want them to show up because when they dry, they end up looking like pockmarks, and it's just not a good thing to have. I'm just pulling in some of the. Throwing that one in just a little bit. Oh. The heck happened there? Oh, I got too much. I paint on my thing. That's what happened. Let me do it this way. that's it. I need. I have a squirt bottle here nearby that I usually use to clean my hands off if I do something like that and just have to paint my hands. But what I also need is a little moisture on my hands. There we go. All right, that's a little better. Have to keep an eye on that. Like I said, it will definitely need a second coat. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see how bad my fingers are. All right, let's try this again. Just swirling them around sometimes also shakes them loose and they will appear so that I can come back in and just pop them. Okay. All right. Try that. Okay, so that's yellow, and of course the next color is green. And Jubilee green is it's very close to the color itself, which I'm actually okay with. I could go a little darker. But I almost don't want to because these are the nice right hue across all of the colors. Okay, that's 8 to 10. Normally this one. Hi, Rhonda. Thanks for joining. I know it's quite crazy out there weather-wise. I appreciate it. Just sitting here waiting and painting. Trying to see what the weather decides to do to Pittsburgh. It doesn't. Keeps looking like it's not going to get us bad. It looks like it's just we're going to get the winds, but I'm ready for the weather to get warmer so that I can get out and do things in the yard. I had to buy grass seed for the one section of the yard. The dogs just kind of, oops, I didn't have enough paint on that one. How'd I do that? There we go. I think I didn't look on the other one either. There we go. 67-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Yeah, there were some bad wind gusts here on Friday, and it did take a couple of, I don't know what my neighbor has on his house, but I'm always finding his shingles in my yard. But we didn't have it, but other places north of here, and actually our area wasn't affected as much as like just nearby other neighborhoods near me did. And it was pretty crazy for them. Some of them say they're still not going to be without power until Monday at possibly 10 p.m. Just in time for the next round to come through in the morning here. But it's just a crazy set of weather. Everybody saying, "Oh, I've never seen weather like this before." Like, I'm on the top of the hill. I think it's always windy up here. I wish I had a wind turbine so that I could get some of that and turn it into power. Because boy, would we have a lot. I would rather do it than solar power. Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah, all right. Good. Woo, that's blue. And yeah, let's do a little dip. Mhm. I didn't have enough paint on it. I can tell when I don't have enough paint on the things when I tap it against the surface and I feel it. Um, if it has enough paint on it, I'll actually feel the suction of the paint when I lift off and press. It feels like a little cushion going on. Definitely need to go back and do other colors again. Blue, not so much. It's very, very um, contrasting against the green background. If I can get this one done, I might actually do a second one here for fun. Going to be a very stormy spring. Yeah. I feel like I had enough. There we go. I didn't clean off that tip too. Yes. So let me shake this up and get more paint on my cap. This is a very nice blue. A little bit of it. Definitely pops off that background. Yep. It's just really cloudy outside. It looks like it's smoky or something outside. It's just weird. Cool. Okie dokie. All right. In my first test runs, I didn't use purple, but I just feel like you gotta have some purple in it. So I figured this design worked best to add the purple to it. And then I can apply it. Let's see. Yeah, this will work. All right. Move this in so I can see. And so you can see. And okay. I'm just going to do. Five dots around it. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see. I bring it up a little closer. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. Just it is a little windy out. It's not. It was sunshiny, just like not even. Holy crap! It's 4. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yes, 3 o'clock. It was really sunny out, and I had actually stepped outside for a bit. My neighbor's 3 pine trees are still standing. I'm surprised. There was 5 originally, 5 or 6. One was like leaning really, really heavily on the others, and so they did cut that one down. But then for they did finally cut down one of them. 3, 4, 5. Normally I dot off, but I want to make sure that it has a big dot at the top. 2, 3, 4. But they finally cut some of them down. Had to pretty much, because otherwise it was going to fall. It's either going to fall on their house or their neighbor's house. And right now the trees up here aren't blooming or getting any. They're just getting the buds. So there's no. The only kind of trees that fell over on Friday were either pine trees or dead trees. Ooh, too many dots there. It's okay. Number 5. Um, and I read somebody posted that they were, their plane was trying to land at Pittsburgh International Airport, and the wind was just too bad that they told them to fly around and try to make another landing. That would be scary. One, couple more, 2 more. When we went to Seattle, we did hit some turbulence along the way, and I totally forgot about turbulence on the plane because we were riding along really nice, and then we hit some rough turbulence. I was holding on and just sitting there making sure that we weren't going to crash into the over the Dakotas. Driver going. Train is fun. We've been talking about doing a train trip somewhere, and don't know when because we got 2 puppies to keep leaving them with somebody. Actually, before I do this, look at that. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but this one right here. This is why I was saying I like to get the air bubbles out. This one has a little pock mark inside of it. And that's, guy needs flattened. And train trips are good. I actually have to plan. I've been taking a train the past couple of years to go to my mom's on Memorial Day, and then I will drive her back to here. So we'll go. I'll take the train to her place, and we'll go around and do some stuff, and then we'll load up her car with flowers and stuff, and come back this way. And I usually drive her to Pittsburgh, and then and she drives herself home. But that right there. This is a very nice, thick gold. It's nice metallic, but it also has a very nice viscosity to it. It's very, very nice and thick. Not runny at all. Crunch. I heard that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Hair there. All right, who put a dog hair right there? A sec. stuck in it. All right, we're good. Dipping and dotting. Take it easy, puppy. She actually did not finish the bone from last week. She had like a good 4-inch piece that she uh, left here. And, and then during the week, I came up here to do something, and she was like, "Ooh, I forgot I had that." And so here and ate it. Oh, no, you want to go. Oh, of course you do. All right. Not the deal with that. Yeah, when people start posting stuff and then the live feed just starts screaming and rolling past 90 miles an hour. I kind of I try to turn off uh, the live chat. Don't even bother looking at it myself because it's just that's crazy. And so I just let me put a little bit more paint in my lid. Mm. You enjoy that? You still eating it, or did you eat it? Did you finish it? Good girl. Good girl. Mm. Now she's panting because that was just pretty much a marathon bone for her. It's one of those bully sticks. It's usually like 12 inches long. The Aussie doesn't care for him that much because she just doesn't. I have other bones. I bought her other bones that are like more of a. They're not rawhide. They're fake rawhide or something. I can't remember what they are, but occasionally she doesn't even finish those. I think she just gets tired of chewing it, and then she just like tuckers out. So I have to try to give each dog a different, like the lab I can give of 12-inch long bully stick. The Aussie, if I gave her the same thing, she'd eat maybe a quarter of it and then get sick and move on. And not sick, but she'd get tired of it and move on. And there's a dot there I'm trying to get. So I usually give her a shorter bone so that she has, so that I can keep the lab occupied. And not have to worry about go. Now, here's where I'm wondering. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 15 spaces here. I could put red, 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 orange, 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 yellow, 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 or green, 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 blue, blue, blue. And the problem with that is that when it gets to the blue, 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 it's too close to that blue. So I almost don't want to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. All right. Yeah, if we're. See, for those people who ask about whether or not the storm that's on the East Coast is going to affect them in California, yeah, I don't even think those people are from the Americas to even, from the United States to even know that. They're just doing it to be a jerk. Because we know people just like to try to steal people's thunder as much as possible, or even just say that, hey, I'm gonna, people would rather steal your, not so much, I wouldn't say, for him, I wouldn't say fame. It's more of the attention. They're attention seekers. And that's all that they want, is they want your attention. And but like for something like that, yeah, I don't even think you're in the Americas to even bother knowing. The difference between the East Coast and the West Coast, and what not just like how weather works, but to be able to know that, yeah, this is going in a westward fashion, not east west. Okay, let's try this orange again. Okay. I need. There we go. That actually might work. Did I get visited from the second puppy? Yes, I did. Hi, Ahsoka. How are you? You can lay underneath me? That's a good girl. That's my good girl. Now they're both going to try to get underneath me. I don't have much room for both of you. Soka comes up and lays under him, and the other one's like, "That's my spot. I was just there." Oh, one time during the winter there, it was a little cold, and they actually both crawled underneath me and hid underneath me the whole time. And I didn't realize that I had two doggies laying underneath me. But yeah, so Hurricane Wood could go from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of California quite easily. Trigger people. Oh, come on, there we go. Right. What's up, Pop? I'm actually going to try to pour a little bit in this. Oh man, all I can see is bubbles all through the inside of that. All right. Big bubbles I can pop. Little bubbles are the pain in the ass. So, pop, pop, pop. This is making more bubbles. Oh, yes, more bubbles. Do I have? I don't think I do. Let's see here if I can get this to work. This is really exciting. Normally I can get a spot to where there is no bubbles in it, but this paints a lot, and I don't believe. No, I don't. All I have is this big giant jug bottle of it. If I had a smaller bottle, that would be in some containers behind me. And the moment I move, all the dogs think, "Oh, go on someplace!" Oh, and so they'd get up. Don't believe I need to reapply the green or the blue or the purple. Try that. See if I tap it. That gets the bubbles to come up. And that one has a dot bubbles. Come on, everybody, sit down. When the lab doesn't get what she wants, she snorts. It's funny. You hear this. And those are lousy. Oh, man. I might need to make a note to myself not to use this big bottle for mandala dots because of the. I'm pretty sure I have a small bottle of it. There's just so much volume in an 8-ounce versus a little 2-ounce size that it's just causes too much problems. But I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, that was weird. I had like a little hiccup and a cough at the same time, and that made it worse. Oh, how did that get in there? What the heck? There's a little teeny piece of something right here. All right. Try it. Okay, let's go back to doing some gold. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do gold around the outer edges of it. Let's put that one back. I think it's 5 in the middle here. Yep, one. I was going to do like 2 different kinds of gold from my list, but it's like, or like maybe put copper or bronze or something in it, but yeah, I'm just going to do this. Stick with this. Oop, I kind of got goofed. Where did you come from? You must have splattered a little spot of gold right there. Mhm. Pretty good. Aw, did I just do it there? Yes, I did. Way to go. Way to go. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. But like I said, I want to, do feel like I need now, like I need to put some pearl colors in here just to help. This is very, very muted. And to have the gold around the outside of it, I need to do something else to it. So we will just let that dry. We're going to continue doing dots around the outside. To make it look like gold coins all over. And don't need a hair on here. Somebody's snoring underneath me. Trying to keep my fingers off of that. Do. Make it look like it's got gold coins raining down. It's a very nice gold. It dries really nice. It dries to nice yellow gold, and I like that. Um, Compared to all the other Like I didn't want a green gold. I just wanted a nice yellow gold that was strong enough to, all right, fingers going right here. So it's not going to go there. Ta-da! See, and it didn't get any of my fingers. Good. Oh, hello, Becky. You're half lurking and half napping. Yeah, it's okay. You can nap and play. Have it play in the background. Sorry, I'm not that chatty right now. I sometimes when I get focused on doing something, I don't really just start talking because then it throws off my concentration. But glad you stopped by. Please say hi. Yeah. Yes, I know mandalas and St. Patrick's Day really don't go together, but I think we can make this exception because it looks cool. It's not entirely done yet. Here we got some. Okay, 10. Whoop, that didn't give me good. There we go. Here we go. It's looking good. Put my finger here. Hold on a second. A little bit more roll on my Yep. Does make it go quicker when I use one color out here, that's for sure. There we go. And I'm getting it there. And so I did it there, better do it here too. Just to show that there's extra. Whoops. Oops, 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 oops. Don't touch it. There we go. I just put down new paper on on my table because it was while I was doing testing all of the golds and coppers that I have, I spilled some right on it. Like, okay. Oh, thank you very much. I do appreciate it, Becky. Now. So yes, this definitely needs some. I mean, it's kind of okay. It's kind of it kind of reminds me more of like a peacock, the way. And sometimes they have that. They have the flat colors and the gold to it, but I can't just leave it like that. I've gotta. I need some extra oomph to it. So I've got. I think I will leave the dark purples alone, or the purple. But I am going to do the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, and the blue. Oh, I have a dog underneath me. I should have gotten these paints before the dog got underneath me. Now I'm gonna have to move, and she's gonna go, what did I do? And it's not about her. Good girl, yes. I do have that orange. I don't want to do that. I want, or should I? No. Nope, don't want to do that. All right. All right, for this, I'm going to do crystal green. Where is this beautiful blue I just bought? And give me this red. I am a very. Oh, sorry. It's okay. Sorry. Oh. Very foofy puppy underneath me. Sorry. Didn't mean to bump you with a chair. All right. So this is Craftsmart Blue Metallic. It's already hold on. Should get it over here. Look at that. That is a nice blue too. Okay, so those were 10s. So I'm going to do it as a 7. Right there. And let's get back to this guy again. kind of liking this. I'm wasn't quite sure how well I would, but okay, we're gonna do. do- It helps pop the blue too. Makes it look. In this. These days, I'm actually gonna use a I have a lazy Susan. I should actually tape these things down to it so that I can hold the lazy Susan and spin this around that way. There we go. I'm going to pick this up. So you can see, there we go. Sometimes when I'm working on these and I'm like messing around with the colors, I'm like, hey, should I do this? And if I, if I do it, I don't like it, I don't have to do it, I only have to make it one time. In the, in the case of this, really only making this once. I'm not messing around with it again. That is not a good green, actually. Me, I don't want to use that green. So in here, let me show you this. The reason why I don't want to use this green, it's a blue green. It's not a yellow green. So I may have to make my own green using the color that I did the dots with. Let me see how the red goes. I'm not sure about that one either. Try a dot of it and see what it looks like. Really, it's not going to be seen that much. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Okay. I just didn't want it to be a bright red. I wanted it to be close or darker than the hue that I'm using. Okay. Mhm. There we go. Hey. But yeah, I definitely need to make need to mix up an orange, a yellow, and a green. So let's slide this a little bit up and out of the way a little bit. Not a lot of this I could probably peel off, but I usually just apply it right over it because it's not doesn't really mean anything to do it. This is hard. I can just have to sometime get take my fingernail and scrape it off and get something. I don't want to do it now because, like you see, I'm shedding. It's getting all over the place. So, and I have another one of these, or a couple of these around someplace. Just not sure where they're at right now. Okay, so we're gonna take this Liquitex iridescent, and I don't need much. So I'm just going to put one up here. Is it so? Jeez. Ah, look, it actually has a tab. Oh, it's got 2 tabs. Sorry, that one didn't work. Sometimes I use a pair of pliers to peel these things off. There we go. Oh, jeez. Glad it didn't me and not my mandala. Jeez. Thought I'd used this before. Apparently I have. Either I didn't, it just resealed, or something interesting. Yeah, that would have been missed. Jeez. Oh, there you go. Pizza and wings. That'd be good right now. So I have to. I love these little clamp things because they have these little ridges here in the bottom that you can tighten it up really, really good, or you pop it up and you just have to do one. They're really good for grabbing a hold of things. Okay, now I'm trying to think how to do this. Yeah, spoon will work. Okay. So because this is really white, you're supposed to mix things into white. You're supposed to mix black into color. So I'm going to just pour. Actually, no, I'm not going to use the spoon. I can pour it right out from here. plop. That's good. Keep it on a plop. That'll work. More plop. Actually, give it a little bigger plop. Because the green is going to need that one. Let me see if I can. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. It's just hidden in the back. If I didn't have a dog underneath me, I'd be able to grab this easier. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, let's seal that back up. Okay, so the green goes here. Actually, I probably don't even need that much green. Yeah, I need too much. Orange. And yellow. Okay. This brush. I find that it's easy to mix these with a brush unless I have yellowish. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, hello. There's the man of the hour. I'm going to mix a little bit more pearl with that just to give it a little more pop. Yep. Give it 2 plops. Actually, you know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to make it a little darker. This is my favorite yellow. Right, little. There we go. What'd he say? Get your minds out of the gutter. What? There we go. Yeah, I made too much. But it should be very nice shimmery color. All right, that's good for that one. Get a different. Go back to using a brush because this is just not. Actually, I could even use this. Let me mix up the green. Let me give that a little dot of a darker green. Yes, puppy. Hi. How are you? Hi. How are you? How are you? No, I don't want Kelly green. I want a rich green. Holly green. This works. So new, I have the plastic still on it. Actually, I do that for a lot of mine. I'm going to just put one simple dot of a darker. I don't have room up here for barely the room for the dogs up here. Well, you take over. I don't think you want to sit on the floor because the dog will be all over you. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. I did some. Wait. Let's move some stuff out of the way here and try the yellow. Okay, so the orange actually is what I need to do. No, let's do the yellow. Let's get it out of the way. All right, so 4, 6, 8. Put my colors back. Which means you should be a 5. Saw these little scoop spoons at Michael's yesterday and had them in my hand, and then I thought, nah, I don't need them. Oh, they would have been perfect for mixing, to pulling out exact colors of this. There we go. Yes, I made too much paint. But pick it up. Hopefully all that's still dry. Okay. Let me grab just a little bit more. Back to using a brush. It does lighten the orange just a little bit. But I can definitely see. And this also has a lot of bubbles in it too. Let me see here. 262. It is a pot of gold. All right. Try a little drop of this orange. Get a label off of it. Think I can. There we go. Oops. Just wanted to be a little darker with an orange. Actually, I like that. Okay, let's put here. Orange should be all this for just this. I'm gonna go for 4. I don't think Sal realized that I had already said I was going to do a remove. Not remembered that I was going to do a St. Patrick's Day one today. What's the matter? Besides the usual, the other dog is in your spot. Come on, don't bump me. The only problem with mixing these and then putting them into a container or something is that they do dry up real quick. It's like you have to use them super quick. Um, and I've just no matter how I try to seal them, they just don't. They dry up, and then I end up with uh, a container like this that's filled with a color that I can't use. So I've tried. I just can't. They just don't seem to last long. Okay, let's tackle that green. Clean my brush again. But I can see the metallic in this. I really can't with my camera all that well, but that is 7. Yay! Yoo-hoo. Colors. When I started, uh, I was reading. My dad didn't think that I should. I was trying to read. Um, oh, can't remember what I was trying to read. I was trying to read some common books of that young teenage girls would read, and he's like, "You should read um, Sherlock Holmes." And so for a while there, I went through a little phase where I started spelling words like Britain and not English. I'd always get hollered at by my English teachers for putting a U in colors. But it's like, sorry, it's just reading different. Okay, that looks better with a little bit of metallic. Not quite as metallic as the blue is, but it's there. And I actually like this. I think it kind of reminds me of, again, I know mandalas and Irish stuff aren't on, don't go together, but I do like this because I do think that it's giving me an Indian vibe to it as well, with all of the gold and the blues and the basic colors to it, but still, it is a rainbow with gold coins all over it. Did I get a goop of paint in the wrong spot up here? Oh, I did. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me try to grab a hold of some here. How did I do that? Put it down, put it down. Where did I get that at? Oh, I can't do that. Hold on, hold on. Clean up after myself here. But yes, I could scrape that off a little bit. And I'll reapply that dot. Okay, so that was 6, 8, 10. There we go. That's better. Okay. I think my rainbows are good. I don't think I need to apply an extra layer of paint to them. I think I'm good there. All right. So that actually was by good. But hold on one second here. I gotta. It's all right. It's okay. I just moved the trash can. Just stay there. Just cleaning off the plate. Oh, give me one hot second here. Since I don't have a sink right beside me or in my room, I can't clean things quickly. All right. Okay. Ta-da. Now I have some other fun thing that I want to try. I know this isn't exactly a yeah, I know. I'm making a mess, aren't I? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, maybe I can slide over into place. Like I said, when the dog's underneath me and I get up to get something more paint over to my left hand side, I move and the dogs move the chair so it's not in the right place that it was. So I've been also playing around with the how interesting that I may not have had enough. This copper on the background is another unicorn spit color. It's called what is it called? Athena. It's a copper metallic. And I thought, would it be cool to do a copper and gold? And I was trying to find out what golds would go good with this. So, Sal, if you're watching, this is the size of the circles that I got for you. I had some spare ones that I was using to color when I bought you a whole bunch of new ones. Don't worry about them. But it's interesting that a couple of my copper ones over here just totally disappeared and matched. God damn it. Oh. Close. You go over here. So I thought it would be interesting if I did a copper heart. I also did get two new to me unicorn spits. This is rose gold. And I have these two are rose gold, and you can see it just totally blends in with it. Where's my other one? The rose gold here in the background. This is called Aphrodite. And this one is a gold. The background here is called Zeus. And so I was trying to see what of my colors would go good on that. But I thought it would be interesting to do a copper one with different variations of the gold. Apparently I don't have a copper dark enough for that, but I have a dark that. So the heck was that? So I may still play around with this and come up with this some other time. I still have Christmas ornaments I'm painting and everything else, and trying to get other things done and painted. And like I said, I also have of the mandalas that I've made, I want to make several of them so that I can try to sell them at not really a maybe a craft fair or something that I don't know. I have yet to think about stuff like that. But this is just one that I was trying to play around with. So, but I was using this to test out all the golds and coppers and bronzes. That these are champagne golds and various different kinds of golds from different brands that I have to see which one is stronger. I believe it's this one. It's called. This one has a little bit more glitter to it than the others. There are 3 new ones that I got that, if I could pick them out, I think it's that one, and that one that is called brushed metal. And it is a very dull, you'll see how some of them have just a little bit more metallic to them. That one has more glitter to it. But these ones are very flat. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit more. Maybe I need to give those an extra second coat. But that's all I've got for tonight. I'm going to make some biryani. No, that's not Irish either. Let's just say I'm gonna that I have a corned beef, cabbage, and Irish soda bread and green green beer and stuff downstairs to drink. I don't. But there is. Whoops. Let me go back to my live so I'm seeing what you're seeing. But there it is. Very rainbowy and golden St. Patrick's Day heart. So, hope you enjoyed this, and I will let you know if I'm going to do another live on Sunday, or if I've got other things I need to paint. So I may just be filming them and posting them. I don't know if I'll do a live next Sunday or not, but happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you.